Navigating the complexities of our own minds can be challenging. Welcome to Hansei Ventures. My goal is to give you the psychological tools and insights you need for real personal growth. In each video, we break down the science behind our habits, emotions, and interactions. Today, I want to talk about something that silently eats away at goals, dreams, and even self worth: procrastination. Procrastination, but instead of rattling off a list of tips, I want to take you on a journey, a story, because procrastination isn't just about lost time. It's about inner battles we fight often in silence. So let's start at the beginning. Imagine your ancestors, tens of thousands years ago. Their entire day revolved around one thing: survival. Finding food, avoiding predators, staying safe. That was life. And your brain was designed in that world. It learned to scan for threats, conserve energy, and chase short term rewards. That wiring hasn't gone away, it's still inside you right now. Only today, the threats aren't lions or storms, they are deadlines, bills, essays, and projects. But your brain does know the difference. It reacts the same way. When you stare at that report due next week, your limbic system, the emotional survival part of your brain, screams, "This feels painful. Avoid it." And so you scroll, snack, or binge watch because in that moment it feels safer. And every time you do, your brain gives you a little reward, relief. That's how procrastination gets wired in as a survival strategy. It's not laziness, it's your ancient brain calling with you, modern world. Now let's zoom into something closer. I want you to picture a student. Let's call her Sarah. She's smart, motivated, capable, but every time she sits down to write her essay, she freezes. Her chest tightens, her mind races, and suddenly cleaning her room feels more urgent. Sound familiar? Sarah isn't lazy. What's happening is emotional. Her brain has linked writing with fear of failing, fear of not being good enough. That fear grows. She avoids, and avoidance makes the fear grow even bigger the next day. Psychologists call this the procrastination anxiety loop. You try to escape the discomfort, but the more you run, the stronger it becomes. It's like a hamster wheel powered by dread. And maybe you've been on that wheel for weeks, months, or even years. But here is where the story changes. The moment Sarah realized procrastination wasn't her enemy, it was a signal. Something clicked. She wasn't broken. She wasn't lazy. Her brain was just trying to protect her. That shift gave her a little space to breathe. And in that space, she could finally take a new step. That's the key. Procrastination is not a time management issue. It's not solved by buying another planner or downloading another productivity app. At its core, procrastination is an emotional regulation problem. It's your brain saying, "I don't like how this feels. Let's escape." The real path out begins when you stop fighting procrastination like it's a monster and start listening to what it's trying to tell you. So, how do we move forward once we see it for what it is? There are three big shifts that can change everything. The first is reframing the enemy. We often threat procrastination like this villain ruining our lives, but really, it's more like an overprotective bodyguard. It steps in when it senses discomfort and pushes you toward distractions to shield you from pain. When you see it that way, you can stop blaming yourself and start asking, what is this protecting me from? Sometimes the answer is fear of failure. Sometimes it's perfectionism. Sometimes it's just boredom. But the second you reframe procrastination, You start working with your brain instead of against it. The second shift is to build micro narratives. Our brains don't think in bullets, points, or to do lists. We think in stories. And when you say, I need to finish a 20-page report, your brain panics because that's too big a story. But if you turn it into small, almost laughably simple scenes, the pressure melts. Let's picture this. Scene 1, open the laptop. Scene 2, write one messy paragraph. Scene 3, reward yourself with a coffee. Suddenly, you're not climbing Everest. You're just taking the next step. Each step gives you brain a tiny hit of dopamine. That little I did it rush, and before long, the story is moving forward. The third shift is anchoring to your future self. Procrastination thrives because our future selves feel like strangers. Future me will deal with it, right? But the truth is, future you is still you. And when you vividly imagine who that person is, how they'll look, how they'll feel, what regrets they might carry, something changes. Neuroscience shows that when you picture your future self clearly, your brain treats them more like family, and we fight harder for family than we do for strangers. So try this. Write a letter from your future self. Imagine them thanking you for the work you did today, for showing up when it mattered. Feel that gratitude as if it's real. That connection can pull you forward in ways that discipline alone never could. So, here is the real story of procrastination. It's not a flaw, it's not laziness, it's your ancient brain trying to survive. It's your emotions trying to shield you from discomfort. But you don't have to live trapped in that loop. You can reframe procrastination as a signal. You can turn overwhelming tasks into small stories. You can connect deeply with your future self and let that vision guide you forward. This isn't about forcing yourself to grind or chasing some perfect version of productivity. It's about rewriting your relationship with your own mind. And once you do that, procrastination loses its power. If you found these insights valuable and want to keep exploring the psychology of growth, hit that like button and subscribe to Hansei Ventures. It helps more than you know, and it tells me to keep making content that matters. Our exploration of the mind is only beginning. The next tool we uncover could be the one that changes everything for you. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.